Hello everyone, in this video we'll be looking at the Ruy Lopez opening. It is one of the most solid openings white can choose to play, and even black has many options to play with it. And it is an opening which everyone should know to become a very a prominent chess player, and it is a very basic opening for everyone. And if you see, most of the games starting with e4 e5 would have been played by in the Ruy Lopez. And the point of the Ruy Lopez is that you fight for the center, and the Ruy Lopez opening just follows the basic principles, ideas, and basics of chess, and it is a must know opening for every chess player. So the moves are e4. E4 is a move which attacks the center. Then e5 is the most common reply from black, and which also fights for the center, and also protects the idea of stops the idea of pushing white's d pawn forward. And after that, knight f3 will be played, and the point of this is that to attack the e5 pawn, and at the same time controlling the d4 square. The most logical replies from black would be to play f6, or even d6, and this is called as the Philidor defense. But these moves don't develop any piece. The most logical reply from black would be to play knight to c6. This move not only protects or supports this pawn, but also keeps an eye on this d4 square. So the point of the Ruy Lopez is that it indirectly attacks this pawn, and it is an open position in the Ruy Lopez, and you should gain a lot of space in the Ruy Lopez. And the Spanish game starts with bishop to b5. This is the Ruy Lopez. And after this, there are many common moves which can be played here. One such move is a6, which is the most common move which is played in the Ruy Lopez opening. And other moves which can be played are also knight to f6, which is called as the Berlin defense. And the Berlin defense avoids preparation like the a6 moves and stuff like that. First, let's see what white can do here, black can do here to fight the white's pieces. The most common move, which is a6, is played, and there are two main ways white can reply to that move. One is just to take this knight, which is called as the exchange variation of the Ruy Lopez opening. And another move which can be played is that bishop back to a4. Everyone may think, why can't we put this bishop here, or here or here? It is a waste of tempo to put our bishop there, and we can't develop any other piece. So after that, bishop a4, which is the most common idea, we'll look into that afterwards. But first, let's see the exchange variation of the Ruy Lopez opening. The exchange variation is that bishop takes c6, and pawn takes c6. So after d takes c6 is taken place, you might see that white has these pawns, and the pawn structures in black's position. The difference is that white will try to attack in the king side, and black will try to attack in the queen side of the board. So you see, it is in the correct ratio, 4:4, and here 4:4. So white also has a slight advantage here of making a passed pawn here. So after some central pawns get exchanged, white can make a pass pawn easily, but black can't make it because black has left with these double pawns and these structures, and it is not possible. And this pawn is also isolated. You can't play moves like this to support this, but you can play moves like bishop to d6 like that to support this pawn. And by the way, many of you think that why can't we take this pawn with the knight, and it is one of the most common traps. The queen will come to d4, and the best move for white is that knight back to f3, attacking the queen. Here the queen is attacking both the pieces in the center. So after knight to f3, queen will take on e4 and with the check. So it is not a losing position for white, but black is more in tempo. So after this the queen exchange will happen, and if you look at the position, both the sides have equal material, and there's no advantages for any side. But if you look at white's position, none of the pieces are exchanged and developed, and the king has also lost its right to castle. But if you see that black's position here, black's bishop will come here, and knight will come here, and all of this thing will happen, and the rooks will be connected, and black is slightly better in this position. So it is highly recommended for black to play this, and it is also a warning that you should not play the move knight takes e5. So after this move, there are many options for black here. A sequence of moves will be coming here, and Ruy Lopez is a setup based opening, and there will be three moves which will you would have definitely seen in minimum 20 or 30 chess games, and those are knight to f6 and bishop to e7, then pawn to b5. These are the main moves which black can play here, and these moves will definitely be played by black in any order or move sequence, and these are main important moves in the Ruy Lopez setup, so that black can proceed to play well in the opening. So after that the knight can come here. This is the most common reply from black, and after that most of the players castles, and this also in the theory it is a book move. And after that you can't tend to take this because after takes, the rook or queen will come here and simply attack on this file and regain this pawn, and with an extra tempo and an advantage in the position, so you can't take the pawn. And after this there are two main moves, which is pawn to b5 and bishop to e7. Bishop to e7 is the most common reply from black in this position, and after rook to e1, b5 will be played here. So after this retreating the bishop is the only option, otherwise you can't do anything. You will face a huge material advantage. And after this black will castle or just play d6. After black castles, you just push this h pawn or c pawn. Most commonly c3 is the move which is played, and after that d6 will be played in the idea of controlling the center, and after that h3 will be played. Now white's one part of the plan is completed, and the point of white playing this opening is that white is slightly better in this position, because the ideas of white is that the knight, which is completely isolated, which is not developed in this position, would just slightly come here and which will stay in this g3 square, and both the knights will go on the king's side and attack the king. And another plan from the start to from the beginning to this position is that from 1 e4 and to knight f3, then bishop b5, and all other moves. The rest of the moves is that white plays d4. So this is one of the most common ideas white can which can be a very nice idea for white, which can be executed. And even black has its own ideas, and the ideas are the knight can come here and play f4, black's pawn break, and open this f file for the rook to attack the king. And another idea is that knight will go here and support this pawns, and black will push c4, and it is also a pawn break. And there are two common main lines or variations in this position, and they are knight to b8, which is called as the Breyer defense or the Breyer variation. The point of this is that the knight will come here, and both the knights will be interconnected and very powerful for black to play this position, and the bishop will develop here, and it will attack on this long diagonal when the rook is open with the move f5. So, and another variation is that knight to a5. The point of both the variation is a simple thing, which is just to push this c pawn to c5, and in most of the cases even c6 will also be played. And an extra addition to this is that the bishop is also attacked, and even when you take with the pawn, the rook will be open, file will be open, and it will be very useful for black. So after that there are many main lines, variations and moves which can be played by black here, and there are many aggressive lines in this position, and one of them is called as the Marshall attack, which doesn't involve any strong opening preparation, just to know this setup. And you should know this Ruy Lopez setup, and if you know this, then you have succeeded in one part of opening preparation. So after that the Marshall attack comes with the move after h3 or c3 is played. After c3 is played, black doesn't afford for d6, which is a slightly slow move, because after d6 black's idea is somehow bring black's bishop and attack in the king side, and the idea of the d5 push, which is called as the Marshall attack, is that black sacrifices a pawn. Why? You will see why, because after takes and takes, then you just take this pawn, and knight takes and rook takes. Black is slightly better in this position, because after this move the knight should be protected. So c6 will be played, and the plan from beginning to end which has to be executed is the move d4 will be played, and another nice and brilliant move from black will be played in this position, which is bishop to d6, attacking the rook and also making way for the queen and the bishop to line up in this diagonals to attack the king side. If you see, these pieces are all lined up towards the king side in a diagonal manner. So assume when the queen comes here, it will become very dangerous for white to play this, because then this move f6 will be played and the rook will be open. Then the bishop will come here, and even the bishop will this bishop will join the party, and even the rook may come here and attack on this and may cut this e file for the king to escape. So this is a very aggressive opening or main line called as the martial attack. I will be covering all this in separate and individual videos. This is just beginning of the Ruy Lopez series, and the martial attack is a very aggressive opening. As you have seen this, I will make the demonstration and analyze this and in a separate video. And after the bishop b5, another most common variation is there, which is called as the Berlin defense. Knight to f6 is played, and this move is called as the Berlin defense, and what it does is that it avoids extra preparation like a6 and the setups and stuff like that. So the Berlin defense is one of the most common variations, which has been a very nice opening for black, because especially in drawish kind of games, when black wants to draw games, people used to play the Berlin defense against the Ruy Lopez opening. And after white castles, actually the Berlin defense also has many variations, side lines and main lines. So after takes, there are two main variations called as the Berlin Rio Gambit, which occurs after rook to e1, and Berlin wall will come attacking the knight. So now white can recapture. If black is greedy and takes this, you just this is a discovered attack. Two pieces were lined up in a same file, single file. So the queen will be gone. Even the queen tries to do something like this, we can just take this, and we are just materially up. Huge material advantage will be with us. So black should not do that mistake. So so we capture this, or the same variation comes, which is called as the Berlin wall, Berlin endgame. Berlin endgame. So after knight takes e4, just d4 will be played, and this is called the E hermit variation, and the Berlin endgame will come here, and knight will come to d6, attacking the bishop, and the bishop will take the knight, and an exchange will happen here, take place here, and again the same pawn structure problem will come for black. So after this, white recaptures the pawn, and the knight is being attacked, and this will come here, and the most common moves are in the structure in the book is that queen takes d8 will take place, and there are many threats and developmental ideas for black, and it is slightly better for white here. So after this, knight to c3 will be played, and even here with the support of this pawn, you can play this move and attack in the king side, and even knight can be played here, threatening this move, and white is having a complete advantage developing these moves. The rooks will be connected, and you can attack on these files. So in the Berlin endgame, white is slightly better, and the Ruy Lopez is a very aggressive or solid opening for white. And there's also another variation called as it is a very nice variation. I will also make another video on that. And after a6 and bishop to a4, and the moves, the move which will be played immediately is called as the b5. The move b5 will be played here, and it is called as the archangel variation, and it is a very aggressive variation for black to play against white, because after this and just bishop to b7 will be played like a fianchetto, and it will be eyeing down this long diagonal. When white castles, it will be very useful, and just black will play all this, and the bishop will come out, knight will come out, then d6 and castles, then queen will come out, and ideas like that. But a drawback for the Ruy Lopez setup, in the Ruy Lopez setup for white, is that none of the pieces will be developed here, and even in the martial attack position, I'll show you that the pieces of white will be in a very damaged condition or undeveloped condition. So after this castles, then this, as I told you, these moves will definitely be played in any order. These three moves will definitely be played in a Ruy Lopez closed setup, and just castles and c3, then the martial attack, the pawn sacrifice, and yes, if you look at this position, the same thing will be played here, and attacking the bishop. And drawback in this position for white is that it is a very bad drawback, because these are all undeveloped pieces, so that if the queen and the bishop come here, even the rook will join the party, and this bishop will also come, and it is a very dangerous position for white, because none of the pieces have been developed except this bishop and rook anyway, but the rook will also come here, and it will be very difficult for white to play this, and it is almost game over for white in this position. So also there is another move, there's also another position which is called as the open variation after this white castles. Yeah, this is called as the open variation. Not only this, even before that itself we can play this open variation, and the closed variation is that we have discussed about it, and Ruy Lopez is a very progressive opening for any chess player, and it is one of the most important openings, and you can also add it to your opening repertoire. And I will discuss and make a separate video. I will make separate videos for the openings and main lines. I will make on Berlin defense, Bird's defense, and I will make on exchange variation, then the archangle variation, Breyer variation, martial attack, and even I will try to put some games played in these variations, and how people made progress in these variations. And this is the start of the series, and I'll meet you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.